Hi friends, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I will put my usual video on the screen showing you how to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the pregnancy update videos, and also hit the bell so that you're notified of all of those updates. If you're new around here, this is my first pregnancy. Let me go through the couple FAQs. It's my first pregnancy. We don't know the gender. We won't know until we give birth. I've done a couple of videos, 24 weeks, 16 weeks, early pregnancy symptoms. So I will leave a link to that playlist down below. If you're interested in like the mommy content coming up, or like, and if you like vlogs, definitely subscribe to the vlog channel. I always link it down below. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I am so excited. So subscribe to the vlog channel if you want to see the mommy content. I'll show you, like, here's a bump date for you. But yeah, lots of mommy content coming there. I also have a reselling channel. So one of my part-time jobs for 10 years is I've been reselling on Amazon, eBay, all those platforms. So if you're interested in reselling, I always link that channel down below. Week 30, friends, we have made it, and my oh my, what a ride it has been. I will put, first up, before I forget, I'll put some photos of week 30 on the screen somewhere showing you my bump. I did have a doctor's appointment week 30. We'll talk about that. And then some of my crazy symptoms. I tell you guys, in every pregnancy, my lash is bothering me. You know how when you get something stuck in your fake lash and then you just kind of look crazy and you're like looking around, people literally look at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? If you've seen any of my other pregnancy update videos, you know I have been through the ringer with symptoms. I feel like every like cliche pregnancy symptom you've ever heard of, I've probably experienced it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a link to the other pregnancy videos down below. So week 30, friends, I did have a doctor's appointment. Well, first, let me give you some stats on baby. I'm still gonna do the video on my favorite pregnancy apps. I love this one because it'll show you the baby in 3D and you can like circle around. It's wild. And then it'll also, you can click my body and it'll show you like what the baby looks like in your body. It takes a while to upload, but you guys can see that. It's wild. So it says at 30 weeks, baby is as big as a zucchini and measures 15.7 inches and weighs about 2.9 pounds. It says you might feel clumsier because the center of gravity has shifted and you're now carrying a lot more weight in your belly. Also, your ligaments are more stretchy, so you might feel like you have 2 left feet, which I do, and we'll talk about. And it says for baby, hold on, friends, it's loading. It takes a while because it loads the baby in 3D. It says every week, baby's eyesight improves. At week 30, baby's an old hat at opening his or her eyes, although the vision is still blurry. Baby's immune system grows stronger by the day and will continue to develop outside the womb. So let's just jump into my week 30 appointment. I was really sad because I was thinking, this is my first pregnancy. I was thinking that I would get an ultrasound every single time I went to the doctor's. That is not true. So my last ultrasound was my 4D scan, which was at week 20. And then I had a week 24 appointment with my doctor, no ultrasound. Week 30, I thought I was going to get an ultrasound, no ultrasound. I even like begged for it. And my doctor's like, no, I don't. He doesn't like to do it unless something is wrong or he feels like he needs to look at something. He prefers to reduce your exposure to the ultrasound machine as much as possible. So no ultrasound, but we did hear the baby's heartbeat. That used the little like thing that they put on your stomach. I forget what it's called. The little heartbeat finder. You guys probably have seen it. I almost bought one on Overstock. You can buy them online for like, I don't know, it's like 30 or 40 bucks. I'll link the one I found down below that a lot of people like. And the heart rate was 127. He said that was great. Still, my boyfriend can't come to appointments with me. My boyfriend basically won't be able to come to any of the appointments with me. He comes, but it's on, that sounds funny. Clearly he comes. I'm so raunchy. Oh my God, you guys. I've been in quarantine too long. I'm losing it. Also, every time I cough, I'm like, good Lord, do I have the Rona? He comes to the visits with me via video. So like I'm there with him. I mean, he's there with me on my phone. That's why if he were at the appointments with me Physically, I'd probably show you guys video footage of like ultrasounds and everything, but I never want to cut him off while we're live video chatting, you know, because I can't video on my phone and video chat him. So he was there via, it was like FaceTime. And he can't come to any, they just don't allow anyone. They're so strict, you guys, that one woman came to her appointment with like, I think it was like a toddler, like her daughter was like 2 or 3. And I heard the nurses saying that they were going to have to ask her to reschedule because they were like, we cannot, with COVID, we just cannot have you bring anybody. That's including children. So they're really strict about that. As long as I don't have COVID, then my boyfriend and my mom can come into labor and delivery with me. That's something else that we did this week is we took a childbirth class through a hospital. Usually it's in person, but they did it all through Zoom, and it was really nice. They did a really good job. It was very professional. There was a nurse that taught it. We've actually done 2 classes. The first one was about just like childbirth 101, and it was 2 3-hour courses, 2 Thursdays, so it was like 3 hours and 3 hours, that basically walked you through everything about going through childbirth, like anesthesia, dilation. It was really informative. I feel like it's probably best. They say that it's mostly geared towards first-time parents, but maybe you haven't had a child in a while, you want a refresher. There were a couple couples there that had a kid like 4 years ago and they wanted a refresher. But the class that we did this week at week 30 was Baby 101 Basics. It was funny. My doctor was like, you really don't need to take that. He's like, you can learn everything from YouTube, because they basically went over everything like swaddling, when to change a diaper, how to take like a rectum temperature for a newborn, and how to burp a newborn. I still liked it. I thought it was informative. I mean, I knew most of that stuff because I have 3 godchildren that I was around like from the time they were born. So I've been around a lot of newborns. But it was just nice to have a refresher, and my boyfriend hasn't been around many babies, so it was really good for him. So I think if your hospital or your birthing center offers like childbirth classes and they're reasonable, I think you should check them out. They also have classes online, or you could just watch YouTube videos. But so that's what happened for week 30, the doctor's appointment. It was really uneventful. They gave me a flu shot because flu season's coming up. They listened to the baby's heartbeat. They asked me how I was doing. It was like one of those quick in and out visits. Nothing really like eventful. They took my blood pressure. That was it. So I don't have any photos to show you from the week 30 appointment, unfortunately. Like any ultrasound photos. But friends, let's jump into my crazy symptoms that I have been having. I log them all in a separate app that I have here. I'm going to do the video on my favorite apps. So let's go to week 30. So week 30, friends, has been the week of pooping my pants. I don't know how else to say this. I should say this disclaimer. For any pregnancy update video, it's going to get very TMI. If like bodily functions gross you out, people talking about poop, and you should probably click off now. I have never gone number 2 so many times in my life, and my doctor said that it's normal because the baby's pushing on the rectum, but I'm doing number 2 about 5 to 10 times a day, and that is not normal for me. I usually go once a day, which I'm very happy with. That was great. I mean, I am literally blowing through so much toilet paper. It's ridiculous. It's wild. It's nice because I feel healthy and like super light. But it's kind of annoying to go to, I'm number 2, 5 to 10 times a day. Can you imagine? I actually counted the other day and it was 10 times. So I have it logged here as diarrhea, but it's not like, I'm not going to go too TMI, but it's not like diarrhea consistency. It's just like the frequency of doing number 2. And that, I guess that's just normal because the baby's pushing on the rectum. And I started having a little like, it's not a little, lightning crotch. Just Google it. If you don't know what it is, it literally is what it sounds like. It's like a lightning bolt shooting you in the crotch. And apparently this is because baby is like starting to make its way down closer to the cervix. Everything's expanding. And it's literally, you guys, it's to the point where it's so shocking and it's so quick that it'll make me like gasp, and I'll do that, and my boyfriend's like, oh God, are you okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, just lightening crotch. And he's like, what the hell is that? And I explained it to him. But so that started in week 30. Had never experienced that previously at all, and I am exhausted 24/7. I literally have to push myself to work out every day. That's another thing. I'm still working out about 5 to 6 days a week. The workouts are hilarious. Please subscribe to the vlog channel if you want to see a big pregnant lady that looks like she's working out, but not really. But pre-pregnancy, I told you guys this, I was very much into like high intensity cardio. So thinking like running, HIIT workouts. I loved HIIT workouts. So the workouts that I do now, I say air quotes. I hope I don't offend anyone, because I said this to my cousin and she was like, that's the workout I do and I'm not pregnant. And I was like, oh, sorry. To me, they're just like very low intensity, like dance cardio, like walking cardio videos. To me, they're very easy, like pre-pregnancy, but for me now, they're great. So I hope I don't offend anyone. They just feel very, like, I know pre-pregnancy, I would be like, what are you even doing? But like, I tell you, like at the end of like a 30-minute low impact, like cardio dance workout, I'll probably burn about like 200. It's about 250 to 350 calories. I wear my Fitbit, and I'm not sweaty, but I feel like pretty tired. So I have to motivate myself to do those things because I just feel so tired all the time. So tired, you guys, and so out of breath. Like some of you even comment on videos and you're like, Nikki, girl, just breathe, because like it sounds like you're out of breath. Just sitting down, because the baby's just pushing and expanding. I just feel so out of breath. So I have to literally like tell myself, breathe, talk a little bit slower. You're going to get everything out. So those are the big ones so far. The lightening crotch. I put abdominal pain, but it's really lightening crotch. The going number 2. And then now, friends, the skin has started to become so itchy on my stomach, like literally to the point where I just want to scratch everything. And apparently that's just because, as you can imagine, the belly's expanding, so the skin is thinning out. And I don't know if this is a myth or not, but supposedly if you scratch, you're going to be more prone to stretch marks. Now, I already know stretch marks are hereditary. My mom has them. My grandma has them. I have them. I've always had them on my breast. I've shown them to you guys before. Since I was 12, because I had size D cup breasts since the time I was 12 years old. I had them on my thighs, so I know that I'm prone to them. So I'm really trying with all my might to not get them on my stomach. I know that it probably will happen, and I'm just like bracing myself for it. I've just always loved my little skinny, flat stomach with no stretch marks, but if that's the cost it takes to have a baby, fine. But so far, I haven't gotten any, and that's because I stay lubed up and hydrated, because my skin is so itchy around the stomach. So whenever I feel itchy, I just hydrate. I use everything, you guys. I'll leave a link to them down below. I use butters, oils, balms. I drink a ton of water, and I just really try not to scratch the area. It's really only the stomach and like the side portions of my stomach, but I'll show you my stomach. Well, no, you've already seen photos. Plus I'm too tired to get up, but yeah, the itchy skin has been back in full effect. Not back, it just started. Something else that's huge, I'm just going through all of it. The swollen ankles and hands, you guys, is wild. And it's weird. It only happens usually like when I first wake up or early in the morning. But my hands and my feet get so swollen. If I can find a photo, I took a photo and sent it to like all my friends and family, and they were like, girl, why do you have on heels? I'm like, first of all, they're like 1.5-inch heels. And I don't get to dress up because I don't go anywhere. If you're new around here, I love heels. I love stilettos. I always say the higher the heel, the closer to God. Like, I love heels, but I'm realistically, I can't wear a 5-inch stiletto. But I've been wearing like little baby heels. And one morning I wore these heels to go out to like the post office, and my foot was so swollen. So they say when that happens, you should elevate your legs if you can, drink a ton of water. But it's usually in the morning that my ankles and my feet get so swollen, you guys. It's pretty bad. And then let's see what else. I think those are the biggies. Oh no, this was the big one. This has been the piece de resistance. I can't believe I forgot to tell you guys this. So on top of all these other symptoms, going to the bathroom 10 times a day, swollen feet, not being able to breathe, I end up with, it's called, is it like perinatal gingivitis? Or is it gestational? I think it's gestational gingivitis. So you guys may have noticed a couple of videos back, this whole side of my face was swollen. And I actually had my 6-month dentist appointment. And she was like, I think you're just experiencing swelling because you have, is it gingivitis? Let me look it up. She told me the name of it, but it's basically like getting gum disease only while you're pregnant, which of course I would get. Hold on, friends. Gestational gingivitis. Gestational gingivitis. Pregnancy gingivitis, gestational, I think it's called pregnancy gingivitis, which is just basically gum disease and tumors while you're pregnant. So I had like a little tiny tumor or gum disease that was here, and she told me, she was like, you need to floss more. I'm like, I floss 2 times a day. She was like, no, because you're swollen, the extra blood flow, like I want you flossing like 10 times a day. She told me to gargle salt water, and it worked. But you guys, before I went to her, I suffered for a week because I knew my appointment was coming up. The pain would start like right here. It feels like my jaw, but she says it's my gums, and it would spread all the way up to my head, and I would feel like I was getting a migraine. I've never had a migraine in my life, but it was so painful. Like this entire side of my face was just in pain. I went through that. I should have moved my appointment up because my boyfriend's like, you can't be suffering like this. Like, just go to the dentist. And I was like, no, my appointment's Friday. I'm fine. And the only thing that would relieve it would be to like have ice cold water on this side of my gums, and then the whole pain would go away. But as soon as the water went away, pain. So I literally just walked around like this, like with ice chips in my face, to alleviate, in my gums really, to alleviate the pain. I should have listened to my boyfriend and moved my appointment up because it was some of the like worst pain I've ever felt, I want to say, in my life. And I have a very high pain tolerance, but it was so debilitating, you guys. So once she told me that, I flossed, I gargled with salt water, which is really gross, but I really like, it just tastes nasty, you know? I pushed it and massaged it into the little tumor thing. I don't know if it's the tumor or just the swollen gums, and it went away within a day. So, excuse me. That's a symptom that I haven't heard. Also, I'm very gassy, another symptom, but that's a symptom I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. I watch so many pregnancy update videos, and a lot of people, I don't know if it's that common, discuss the pregnancy gum disease. But if you experience it, please go to the dentist. Maybe don't try like the stuff that I tried. Maybe you need more than just flossing and like salt water gargles. Maybe you need something else. But you guys, it is real, and it was so painful. Like even now, it's still a little bit swollen, and it's because I haven't done I do my salt water rinses daily, and the swelling will go away. But every time after I eat anything, I floss. I'm flossing about 10 times a day. I do my salt water rinses, and so far so good. Thank you God that only lasted a week, because that was brutal. But that was the most painful. I think that's actually more painful than the lightening crotch. That's been the most painful pregnancy symptom I've had this entire pregnancy, and I would not wish that on anyone. So yeah. All right, friends, that's week 30. I think next update you'll see is like a week 36 and then a week 40. We're in the home stretch. Don't forget to subscribe to the vlog channel. I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers there before the end of the year. Only subscribe if you like vlogs, though. I know not vlogs aren't for everyone. Honestly, that's why I made it a separate channel. I used to have vlogs on this channel, and I realized not everybody was really into it. So I was like, I should make it a separate channel. Plus, it's just fun for me to like watch and go back and look at fun. It's like for me looking at home videos. But yeah, definitely subscribe if you like vlogs, because that's where all the new mommy content's gonna go. But we are in the home stretch, friends. I am planning to film the labor, delivery, and all that stuff. First day home with baby, first week home with baby. So subscribe to the vlog channel so you don't miss out on that. And I will see you soon. Ciao.